How's it hanging, people? It's your boy MillzySawUs, your number one fella for lazy gaming, and welcome to my FIFA 18 PSG Simulated Career Mode. This is episode 11, and I have called it the January transfer window. In case you guys haven't watched the previous episode, I highly recommend you do so, as I talk about the future of PSG. But before I get down into gameplay, guys, I just want to give a personal message to those who suffered in Las Vegas this week from that terrible gun shooting. My heart goes out to all those people who have suffered. I know I can't bring those back from the dead, but I give my dearest and most sincere condolences for all those who have suffered, and in my opinion, justice will never be had after what's happened. It's created history and will be in the history books forever, and no one's not going to forget that horrific day. Like many events that have occurred before, it was just one of those that was in the news everywhere, as it should have been, and it just kind of made me just realise how bad the people can be in this world, and we don't know why that arsehole did it. We don't know where he's come from. I personally haven't been keeping too much up to date over how it's been investigated and so on. So it just really made me feel dreadful after watching that on the news and reading it in newspaper. And I just wanted to give my condolences to those who suffered. So I don't do that often, if not at all, on my YouTube channel, and I think it's important for me to say, you know, my heart goes out to those people. But we are gonna move on and not let it beat us down. You know, just remain positive, even though nothing positive can come out of that. I've got to remain focused on my video. So let's crack on, shall we? So I need to continue my PSG career. Now, what I've done, guys, off camera, is a separate save file known as experiment, as you can see, and that was me practicing how the signing pre-contracted players works. I wanted to understand the system, what was required, what kind of offers you needed to make to these players, what they were asking for. And I have found out a fair bit, guys. A fair fucking bit. And I'm really looking forward to showing you exactly what I have learned when it comes down to signing players for the next season on a pre-contract. So I don't need to go through anything with you guys, like the news, the tables. I did all that in the previous episode. So what I am going to do is get straight into the transfers, because alright, let me just oh, I can't get straight into the transfers because I've got a game. Oh, that's hilarious. That's fine. We've got a game coming up, which is fine. No problem whatsoever. So I'm going to advance this right now, see if we get any emails. In this separate save, Thiago Silva did get injured, and it was quite of a serious injury. So hopefully that doesn't occur again, and it would be quite hilarious if the same events that happened in this separate save happen in this one. But we do have a home game against Lille. Well, where do Lille stand in the table? Alright, so Lille are 7th. So when is PSG's next game in the calendar? Oh, quite far away actually, against Nantes away. So we're going to have the crucial team play, and we're just going to make sure the crucial team is good. So Neymar, Ibrahimovic and Di Maria are my top 3. in the attacking areas. De Bruyne as my right midfielder. Verratti and Pastore in the middle of the field. Draxler on my left midfield position. Thiago Silva is the captain and in the middle of the back three next to Marquinhos and Alves. I call them the Brazilian Three Musketeers with David De Gea in goal. On the bench you have Hernandez and Kimpembe supporting the defenders, but I've just noticed Hernandez's form is going down, so he's going to need to work on that. I've got Rabiot and Lo Celso on a supporting midfield. Ribery and Mbolo supporting the wings, and Mbappe supporting the strikers. Pulisic still injured. I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon. And Areola's form is dropping along with Zhang's, which isn't good news. But, nevertheless, the show must go on. Let's make sure the roles are all good. Right. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Okay. Let's get crack-a-lacking. Will we get the win just before the January transfer window? We did beat Lille in my other save 2-0. Draxler is injured, so that's not good news. But Araujo from Lille has got a yellow. Ferreira has scored a goal for Lille, so it's definitely not going my way. We are at home and we should be winning, especially with this strong team. Come on, boys. What's going on? Holy shit, can someone please get a draw for us? Fuck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, boys. From a 2-0 win to a 1-0 loss. We lost at home to Lille. Oh, fucking hell. And not to mention, Draxler is injured. Let's hope it's not a serious injury. So that does change things up a little bit. But at least Thiago Silva has not got a serious injury. But I didn't see the ambulance sign, so hopefully it's minor. So Draxler, please don't do this to me. Please do not do this to me. Let's have a look at our emails. But our manager rating has been updated to 88. So, okay. So Draxler has suffered a dislocated shoulder and will be out for about 2 weeks. I can deal with that. That's okay. I can deal with that. Match has been rescheduled with Dijon. We don't need to read that. It's just about the transfer market. Okay, so attached is my scout report for this month. Right, Yao Feng. Potential between 66 and 86. That's not spectacular, but I will leave him there. 65 and 85. I'll leave him there. 68 to 84. Let's leave him there. Chao Chen. That's awful. His potential is only 60 to 76. We're going to have to reject him. Hao Gao. 64 to 84, not great. Oh, someone without a face. And he's terrible. Good thing that he hasn't got a face because he is absolutely terrible. But this guy looks amazing. Dewei Zhu. Let's give him a contract. But Chi Young Woo, let's give you a contract. Li Kao, not great. And Ji Lu, he's on to like 93 potential. So what I'm going to do, I will sign him and have a look at him a bit later on. 60 to 84. Feng Ling looks great as well. We'll sign him on. So we got a lot in the youth academy and still about 6 players to be scouted further. So we will let my scout do that. Good job finding some top talent. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see me? Are you sure you wish it? No, I don't wish to delete it. Okay, further information on. Right, so Feng Ling. So we've got all the information we need on Feng Ling. He's eligible to join the senior squads. He's going to be overall 52. He's a right midfielder, 5'8". And he looks to have good acceleration and agility. The sprint speed and balance is okay. Stamina is poor as they are orange and red is bad. So you can see right there. His potential could be between 73 and 94. So it's really good. You know, it's not spectacular. You know, it would be great if their potential is too dark green. So like between 80 and onwards. But yeah, I'm not going to sign him to the senior squad just yet. Giroud. Potential of 69 to 93. Right, is that his full report then? Not looking great though, guys. I mean, sprint speed, acceleration, agility, all good. But it concerns me, that potential between 69 and 93. Overall 50. He's a right winger, 15 years old. Okay. That's looking... Chi Young Woo is looking pretty good. Got a full report on him. Right. Daewei Xiao. Oh, sweet. We got a full report on him as well. So hang on a minute. You telling me once you've signed a youth player to your academy, you get all of their stats? Oh, I suppose that makes sense, actually. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay. And look at that. Ho-hoo, man. Jeez. Overall 50. He's valued at 60,000. But his potential is between 83 to 94. 17-year-old centre-back. 5'9". So not really tall. Not really tall, but he's a left footer. And he's only got good curve. He got good curves. But I'm loving that potential. Loving the potential. Right, well that's not great, isn't it? This dude ain't great. Wuhan Pan, you're going to have to go, my dude. Going to have to release you. I'm sorry, that's not going to cut the mustard. And I don't think... Oh, Giroud, I don't know. I think that's a risk, you know. He's only valued at 60,000, but he's got good acceleration, agility, and sprint speed. That's why I'm keeping him on, I think. Who else? Bing Dae Zhao looks great. Good acceleration and sprint speed. He's valued at 400,000. Left midfielder. Damn. Ho-hoo, I spoke about him already. Kai Wen, who I've been training. Yeah, potential between 74 and 90. Already valued at 110. He's got good agility. So yeah, looking good though. Looking good, boys. Let's delete both of these emails. We don't need them no more. It's looking great. Looking absolutely great. And we can start another training. But I did say I was going to do some new ones now, guys. But I have a lot of youth players. A lot of youth players. So maybe let's just have a look to see who we can train. No youth strikers. Look, we've got 5 wingers from our youth squad. 5 wingers. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Now, I'm umming and ahhing whether I should focus on the 50 overalls, the under 60 overall players. And... you know, boost them up until they hit the 60s mark. I don't know. I think I need to just really focus on Zhao because he's supposed to be the guy playing in my games. So, I think I'm going to just create a preset for Zhao himself. Or is it Zhao or is it Zhang? Well, it's not Wen, certainly. Centre backs. Who? Nothing there, nothing there. I think it's Zhao. Wait a minute. It can't be Zhao. It's Zhang. Zhang. There we go. Zhang. He's gone up by 43% now. Look at that. 5'11". He is a promising player. 62 overall. I do want to just focus on Zhang. Trainable attributes. Stamina. Current growth. Stamina, attack position, vision, ball control, crossing and dribbling. Finishing. So this is good. This is good. I can see what I need to improve. So his attack, position, and vision needs to go up. I want to put that up a bit more. I want to get his stamina up as well. So that 58, you know. All right, let's focus. Let's focus on all of the training that boosts up his stamina. So you know how I like to always go for my 4 attributes to be trained. So dribble possession is just important, like, you know. So we can boost him up to potentially 60, which would accomplish that training set. So dribble possession is one of them. Right, let's move on to, right, attack position and vision. Alright, let's focus on that then. Can't do any more dribbling anyway. So is it going to be shooting, attack position, and vision? Right. Vision is passing. So let's work on his shooting. Can we get a 4 somewhere? No, we can't. So it's going to have to be a attack position, finishing, or shot power. We could do the attack scenarios, the attacking scenarios, because yeah, let's do attacking scenarios because they're all in the 50s. All right, what's next? Vision, wasn't it? All right, Zhang is going to be the prime focus of my training from now on. You know, the others could just hold their own. Don't care about them for now. Alright, vision and short passing needs to go up. Vision and long passing. And also crossing and long passing. Now we need to focus on vision. So, in case we need to do long passing again, let's do vision and short passing through the gates. Alright, we need 2 more. Right, 2 more. So let's work on what we can. Right, he definitely needs to start defending. You know, his interceptions and marking are just way too low, even including his tackling. So let's do defending, endurance. Alright, get Zhang back here. All of them are locked. All of them are locked. Alright, the advanced crossing isn't locked, but his crossing's 66 and his long pass is only 54. So I'm going to move on from that. All of the shooting's locked. Right, set pieces. Free kick accuracy, long shots and curve. So I guess it's going to have to... I mean, we could just work on... Yeah, let's do advanced free kicks. Fuck it. I don't know, actually. No. No, let me redo that. Let me see his long... He's crossing and long pass. Yeah, I'm going to do advanced crossing. Yeah, good thing I did that. Alright. Come on, Zhang. Give me some results. Not bad. Not bad at all. Stamina still needs to go up a bit, but that's fine. That's good. We don't need to focus on training for the next 6 days. But here we are, finally, at the transfer hub. I was supposed to sort out off camera all the players that I was going to potentially sign, and even sort out my my shortlist and get rid of players that shouldn't really be there anymore because they've already been signed to different clubs. But I was just like so excited to get started with the stream, so I thought, fuck it, let's just move on. You know, now I'm going to keep Ronaldo on there because in case another club decides to try that they want to try and buy him, I want to make sure I'm keeping tabs on one of the greatest players in the games. You can see there he's dropped from 94 overall rating to a 93. So age just beats you down, but he's okay and content, which kind of worries me. You know, why is he not happy or very happy? So guys, Lionel Messi is going to be the first player that we try to sign on a pre-contract. Now we can get all these transfers done in 1 day, which is absolutely incredible. It's my favourite part about this new January transfer window. So speaking of the January transfer window, I have placed on my finances, in case you guys were wondering, and I've got it as a 10 by 90, so we have just about over 2.5 million in the wage budget. So that's more than enough to cover for so many players. Because guys, I'm about to tell you the key to signing pre-contracted players. Do you know what the bitch is about the transfer budget? These players, they want their bonuses. They want their appearance bonuses, their goals scored bonuses, the clean sheet bonuses, and they even want a signing on fee, which absolutely destroys your transfer budget so quickly. But guys, this is the biggest tip I can give you, and this will be a tutorial of how to save yourself a shit ton of money on pre-contracted players, in my opinion. I've only done it once, guys, and I'm about to show you in this stream right now. So, like I said to you, players eat out your transfer budget like it's pussy, man. I'm fucking telling you. I know that's a horrible expression, but it's true. They eat your transfer budget out. Now, I've figured out a method to purchase players, obviously for free, but you know, nothing's really free when it comes to pre-contracted players because you're paying for their wages, but you're not paying for their clubs that they currently play for. You know, you're getting them for free in a sense that you don't have to give the club that they play for any money at all. So Barcelona is not going to get a nickel from me. So when I go to sign Lionel Messi right now, the main focus, guys, is wage budget. It's as simple as that. Focus on their wages. Every player, including the likes of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, care about money that they are getting paid on a weekly basis. So, straight off the bat, Lionel Messi's agent says Lionel Messi has to be a crucial squad, has a crucial squad role in the club. Now, if I'm being honest, guys, I am absolutely 100% happy with that because I have every intention to have Lionel Messi in my squad of Season 2 of the PSG Simulated Career Mode. So I will accept that straight away. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. It's absolutely fine. Now, I'm going to skip the majority of discussions, and because it's just the same thing over and over again. It gets quite repetitive after a certain amount of time. So, I would like Lionel Messi for 5 years. He's 30 years old. I want him to be at PSG when he's 35, and perhaps, hopefully, retire. So, I'm going to say 5 years. His agent says no, which is quite concerning, but fear not. I was expecting this, and I knew he was going to say 3 years. You really don't want Lionel Messi for less than 3 years, so I always counter and ask for 4, and he should accept that, which he does. So it is exactly the same as my experiment save. I'm going to disregard the release clause. Now, release clauses, guys, are very interesting. My other save is an experiment. Now, I haven't seen it all the way through in regards to a release clause. With pre-contracted players, I believe, in my opinion, it's essential to have a release clause for the majority of the players you sign. Don't put a release clause in unless you don't mind selling that player on in the future. Lionel Messi, I would like to stay at PSG for as long as possible because he's one of the best players in the game. So in this point, I'm going to disregard the release clause, which they are happy with. Now, Lionel Messi wants an extra £10,000 a week compared to what he normally gets at Barcelona. They also want a signing bonus of £6.9 million and an extra bonus of £7.2 million if he scores 10 goals. I accepted. I tried to negotiate with them and I accepted the signing bonus and the goals bonus because I was desperate for Lionel Messi to come to PSG. But then after doing 10 to 15 pre-contract signings after Lionel Messi, strictly focusing on wage alone, I came to realise that, you know what, I could have saved myself a ton of money in my transfer budget if I had just focused on Lionel Messi's wage. So this is exactly what I'm going to try and do. This could go absolutely shit and hit the fan and they could just immediately walk away. But because Lionel Messi is content at Barcelona, that tells me that they must be doing poorly and he's not really happy. So let's counter that, remove the bonus and edit wage and signing bonus. So I'm going to go straight down to the signing bonus. This is going to happen regularly, so be prepared for that, guys. Constantly changing the signing bonus to £0. All right, you are not going to be spending a penny in the transfer budget if things go your way. Now, for Lionel Messi, he's incredible, so I will be happy to give him £600,000. And it's what I love about this year's FIFA. It just made, you know, though Lionel Messi would never leave Barcelona, I mean, we don't know, he might do one day, who knows. In previous FIFAs, it was almost impossible to sign him to your club. Not only you had to give a huge fee, but you had to give Lionel Messi tons of money, and I'm talking over £1 million a week. But let's see what happens when I offer him £600,000 a week, £100,000 more than what he normally gets. And there you have it. There you have it. £600,000, guys, is all you need to spend for Lionel Messi, one of the best players in the game, right? And in case you haven't noticed, right, there he is. £600,000, he has accepted that. It's only his wages you need to focus on. Forget about the signing on fees. Forget about the bonuses. They're all wonderful to have in the game. And I think it brings a little sense of realism and a bit more of a challenge. But when you're PSG or when you're any club with loads of funding, like over £2.5 million in your wages, you can just focus on nothing but wages. And you can see my shortlist. I've got a ton of players to buy, guys, and I'm really excited to show you this all on stream, and it is going to be a pretty long video, I think. I do have a time limit because I've got to go to my in-laws, and fact of the matter is, though, it's just, you don't need to use the signing bonus or give them any other additional fees. Just focus on the wages if you're looking to save yourself some money. So yeah, Lionel Messi is now mine. And I was also looking at sent offers. I went right down to the bottom of my list. And what I didn't notice is if you press X to show actions, it shows you exactly what you offered him. It's quality, the squad role, the contract length, the signing bonus, the release clause, and any additional fees. And I think that's such a wonderful feature to have in this game. Frank Ribery, I can show you what it took to bring him to PSG. Signing bonus, 1.6. He's got a release clause of 36.6, but he's not a pre-contracted player. I just had to sign him back in the summer as a desperate means of replacing 2 injured players. But there's no other additional fees, which is good. He is an important player, but remember, guys, Frank Ribery is my guinea pig, but I've been playing him a lot. He's in good form. He's happy. You can easily get away with, you know, if you make it, if you're crafty like me, you can make it happen. You can bring these players who, under no conditions, are going to be less than important for your team. And you're like, oh shit, I'm going to have to play him in a lot, but there's not enough room in the squad. If you're crafty like me and you can make it happen, they will remain happy. So he has not complained once. I think he has, actually. I think he complained just once, you know, like, I can't remember when, but in my previous episodes, you can just check that out and probably find out yourself. Maybe leaving a comment in the comment section. David De Gea, no additional fees. There was a signing bonus, but I think that was a particularly good signing, if you ask me. I mean, these were all transfers I made, but in case you've forgotten, you can just go back and look at your sent offers and check out their contracts. It's fucking amazing. I'm wondering if I could do this for my other players, like in the squad hub. I'm pretty sure you can. In fact, I know you can. So it's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. So the additional fees, I actually didn't know this, but if Zlatan scores 5 goals, yeah, he gets 1.95 million. That's quite hilarious. That is actually quite hilarious. Yeah, so basically, that's just a nice little reminder for you guys. But let's move on. Lionel Messi is coming to PSG in Season 2, guys. Next up, Alexis Sanchez. Now, I'm going to absolutely butcher Arsenal in this January transfer window because he's going to have to say goodbye to at least 6 of his players come the end of this campaign. I'm going to sign 6 of arguably, you know, I wouldn't say actually 6 of Arsenal's top players because there are a couple of players still in Arsenal's squad that are better than probably about half of the players, if not more. But guys, the fact of the matter is Arsenal are going to struggle in Season 2. Absolutely struggle. They'll be freed up of weekly wages, which they could, if they're smart enough, will spend wisely on new players. But if I was Arsenal and what's about to happen happened, I would get off my arse and start signing some pre-contracted players right now. Because Alexis Sanchez is also going to be joining PSG in Season 2. Again, we're just going to focus on wages. We don't need to touch the transfer budget. And if we run out of wages, we just bring it up a little bit more because we still got 8 million in the transfer budget. So I have a feeling that Alexis Sanchez is going to have a place at PSG in Season 2. I want him to play for us. Now, I'm also going to experiment, okay? I am going to say, in fact, I don't think I would want to... I've experimented with this sporadic team player on a lot of world-class players, and luckily, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but people like Shalini or I think I've even asked Ozil to be a sporadic team player. I'm going to see what happens with Sanchez. Hopefully they don't storm out. Hopefully. Yeah, so he wants crucial. Here we go. So this is the sort of experiment I was doing with my other save. I was starting with sporadic and working my way up. He's not going to be a rotation squad player. It looks like he's adamant to be a crucial player. So... And there you go, that's the 3rd one. So I reckon if I started on prospect, he probably would have walked out if I said important. But I'm going to accept that because I want Sanchez to be in my squads. You know, very excited about it. He's 29 years old, so I am going to ask for 5 years. Yep, he's happy with that. So am I. He doesn't want a release clause. So... would I get rid of Alexis Sanchez? Do you know what? He's not going to get any better than 89 overall. He's 29 years old. I am going to add a release clause. And what I did in my previous save was £100 million. And I'm probably going to do that with every single player I offer a release clause to. So, in the previous save... they accepted this. 100 million release clause. So I'm hoping they do it again. And they do. Which is really rare, guys. Really rare. I think the system already has in their head a release clause number. I'm wondering if I had done 150, would they have said, no, 100 million sounds about right. So it looks like, guys, we're going to have to spend another big fee. Not a big fee, sorry. Going to have to give Alexis Sanchez... a huge wage in order for him to scratch out the signing bonus and goals. So you can see there what they want for a bonus for their additional fees, sorry, but I'm not gonna bother going for it. Remove the bonus. Remove the additional fees, which I wish there was a button that could just clear the funds. And I'm gonna say, will he accept 300,000? No, they won't. So it's probably going to have to be about 350. We could get away with maybe 325. I'm going to try 325. You could do, if you adjusted the sign-in bonus of doing it like, perhaps like 250 or something, but I want to save myself money. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta be careful of that. So, 325. Right, this is my second offer. No, they're still pushing. So, I'm going to try 350. And this is where you will... where I will start to panic. If they don't agree to the third wage, I'll be panicking. But I'm not worried. And there you have it. We have got Alexis Sanchez for £350,000 a week. It's cheap as chips. Cheap as chips. And there you have it. Alexis frickin' Sanchez. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. And go all the way into the sent office. I won't do this for every player I sign. But what I like about this is that the new players you sign go straight down to the bottom of the list. So it's in order of players who you signed. Right. So what was I doing? Yeah, there you have it. So I would be very happy if some club came over and gave me £100 million in order to have Alexis Sanchez. Because the fact of the matter is, if Sanchez disagrees with the contract that this club who have spent 100 million on him, if contract negotiations break down, you know, he's back at my club again. So I am literally winning both ways. It is a win-win. And as he is a pre-contracted player, it just makes it that much sweeter. You know, the whole pre-contract systems this year is fucking beautiful. I'm going to make so much money. It's ridiculous. So much money. Regardless, guys, regardless, I'm not spending a penny, because when that player goes, his 350,000 a week comes straight back into my piggy bank account. So, coming back to the argument I said earlier that, you know, whether players are not free, I guess they are. They really are. Especially if you use my tactic and just boost their wages. No player denies a wage that you offer them. If the wage is high enough, they do not deny it. Not even fucking Messi denies a boost in wages. So let's go back to my shortlist, guys. The third signing I'm going for is Giorgio Chiellini. He's 33 years old. So this player I'm not overly keen on, but in previous FIFAs he was normally one of the top two defenders I would sign as a pre-contract because he's such a beast. Whether he's going to get game time at PSG or not, I don't know. But unfortunately, you cannot convince him to have a squad role any lower than crucial. So I'm just going to show you quickly. See what I mean? He has to be a crucial team player. Right, he's 33. I don't want him for 5 years. I want him for just 2 because he will be 35 in 2 years' time. Which at that point I would then sell him on unless he's still an 88 overall. I'm going to propose a release clause and I'm going to say 100 million again. Now, at this part, guys, 100 million, if that doesn't stick with them, they will give you a different fee, a different release clause. Now, I knew 50.8 was coming, and I was like, I don't like that number, so I'm going to just keep going with 60 million. And it just didn't work. It doesn't matter how many times, guys, you put in a different amount of release clause, they will not budge. They will not budge at all, unless you just completely like deny it and forget about it. So for the sake of the video, I am not going to do a counter. I am just going to accept that because I'm getting Chiellini for free. So I'm making a profit regardless. I will get his wages back when his contract is expired, or some dickhead might come along and pay the 50.8 million release clause. Because if they pay for Chiellini, if they send me a fee and it's less than 50.8, then Chiellini, the only reason why I'll ever accept an offer lower than 50.8 is because I just want them out of my squad so I can get the wages back. That's the only reason why I accept a deal under the amount of their release clause. So no signing bonus. We are going to go for, he's originally getting 195. 200,000 probably won't cut it. An extra 5 grand I definitely think is not going to cut it. So let's go ham and just say, right, here you go, 250. Right, he's dropped it by 50, but there's obviously additional fees. We don't want to give him additional fees. So we're going to remove the bonus. Remove the signing bonus. And then do 275. And there you go. We have him for £275,000 a week. It's a fucking good system, guys. Like, to make some serious wonga. And I am buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Arsenal's second signing we're going for is MillzySawUs. Now, as you guys can probably figure out already, you see where I'm going with this. You see exactly where I'm going with this. We are taking Arsenal's two best players. Two best players are not going to be in the Arsenal squad for Season 2. Okay, so he wants to be crucial as well. Let's go for our little... I really should just not do this because I know they're not going to... Ozil's not going to accept anything lower than crucial. But I do it anyway, just in case. 4 years. I would prefer 5, if I'm being honest. And they're happy with that, because he's 29 years old. So, they don't want to have a release clause, but I do. So I'm going to do 100 million again. 94.4, I'm laughing. Absolutely laughing. No problem whatsoever. Right, wages. He originally gets like 230. I would have gone 250, but 20,000 more isn't a lot. So I'm going to offer Ozil... I'm going to say... I'm going to say 285. Let's see how he feels about 285. No, he wants more bonuses, so it's probably going to be 300, guys. Remove the bonuses. And there you have it. Ozil was mine for 300,000 a week. I'm laughing, guys. I'm absolutely laughing. Robben once again makes it to the pre-contracts in the first year. So I'm happily going to sign him on. It's just like... It's like what do you call it? A tradition. It's a tradition to sign Robben on a pre-contract. 86 overall, so we'll probably have a smaller deal for this one. So I'm going to start off with sporadic. He wants to be important. Let's see if we can convince him for rotation. No, he definitely wants to be important, so I'm going to accept that. So he's not crucial, which is good. He's just important, so he'll be another Ribery case. At 33 years old, I am only going to want 2 years. They're happy with that, but they don't want a release clause. I'm going to counter and say 100 million. 55.9, I'm laughing. Now, Wages. He gets 150,000 a week from Bayern Munich. I'm going to say 200. I'm pretty sure he should be happy with that. I don't think it's going to go... Oh, it is. Fantastic. So an extra 50 grand. He's laughing. I'm laughing. It's all good, really. It's all fucking good. Now, Bernd Leno, an 86 overall goalkeeper who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. Now, he's 25 years old. We want to get him in a 5-year contract. His weekly wages are 63,000. So this is going to be a cheap one, guys. A cheap one. Now, Leno would be a really good addition to the squad, especially in the rotation squad. I don't think I would be able to convince him to be a rotation player, simply because he just thinks he's the dogs. And I'm going to show you exactly how this deal goes down. Now, it would have been great if I could have offered him the wages before, like you could do in the previous FIFAs. You can offer him the wage, the contract length, the squad role straight off the bat, but it starts off with the squad role first, so you're kind of trolled from the very beginning. I ain't happy with that. I'm gonna say sporadic straight off the bat. I never say prospect for any of these guys. Now, fingers crossed he's going to say yes for rotation. No, so you have to have him as important. So it could be another Ribery case. I don't know. 5 years I'm very happy with. I'm going to accept that. They don't want a release clause, but I do. So I'm going to say 100 million. They say 64. I'm going to accept that. I think if anybody's going to get stolen from me, it will be Leno, because he's 25 and he's overall can potentially hit 89. So he's a really good goalkeeper. Now, let's talk about wages. I'm going to go in pretty solid with 75,000 a week. They're probably not going to accept that. 74 with additional fees. Let's remove the bonus. Edit the sign-in bonus. And say 85. Nope. Still not doing it. It might have to be 100. Should I risk it and do 95? Nah. Let's just go 100. We want to get this deal over and done with. It's still cheap. Like, he's the cheapest pre-contract so far. Not to worry. Now, what I couldn't find out, guys, was how many of these guys can I actually sign. So I will keep going as long as I've got the funds. And as long as I don't see a message, you haven't got enough space to sign these players onto your team. I just want the 6 Arsenal players that I asked for, you know. I definitely want them. But Iniesta, I was surprised with the most. I thought he would have wanted to stay at Barcelona and retire there. But I actually managed to convince him to come on board. And he only wants to be an important player. So, sporadic? Nope. Why do I even bother? Because I just have that shred of hope. Okay. 2-year contract sounds good to me. I do want a release clause. They said 51.8. I'm happy with that. Right, he wants 250,000 a week. Right, this was to be expected, but look his additional fees. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You save yourself so much money. Right, 250. I'm going to say 300. An extra 50. Let's see if he can agree just like Robin. No, still not agreeing. It might be 325. Let's do an extra 25. Is he going to accept? Yes, he is. No problem. Right, now we're moving on. Now, Miranda, 33 years old. Now, I believe we can still sign him. Yes, we can still sign him. Another Brazilian. So, I always welcome my Brazilians, especially since I've got a Brazilian three musketeers at the back, including Neymar. So, Brazilians are welcome. We have loads of them, including Lucas, who's out on loan. So, why not have another one? Let's go for it. I think Miranda will be the cheapest, but he's only just been recently signed to Inter Milan, like in the summer. So it's so hilarious how I can just grab him after 6 months. So let's say sporadic. Is he happy with that? He wants to be important. That's fine. You want to be important. No, he ain't settling for any less than important. So we're going to have to accept that. Let's see. 2 years sound good to you? Yeah, it certainly does. I'm going to propose a release clause. Let's say 100 million. He said 33. I'm fine with that, even though that's probably the smallest fee out of the lot. Right, he gets paid 84,000 a week. I'm going to offer him straight up 100. Will he accept? No, he won't. He's a dick. Right, let's get rid of this. Will he set up for 125? Yes, he will. Fantastic. Got another Brazilian for season 2, guys. All right, Jimenez. I don't think we can sign this guy because he's recently, we can't sign him because he was purchased by Atletico Madrid. And, hang on a minute. Yeah, he's done it. It says here that his contract runs out in 2018. So it seems to me like Atletico Madrid have improved his contract. Oh, no, sorry, guys. I've just realised there. He's 22 years old. That's the reason why you can't sign him. You've got to wait until he's 23. So, I think I said this in my previous episode. With Jimenez, his birthday is on the 20th of January. So this is definitely an experiment I want to get my hands on. So I'm going to wait until his birthday and see if I can sign him then. So let's leave him there. And we've got Juan Mata from Manchester United, 29 years old. Let's go for it. I'm going to steal some players from Man United as well. I don't think Juan Mata is going to have a spot on the team. Right, it's important. Come on, accept rotation. Accept rotation. No, he's not happy. Let's do important then. Okay, so 29, I'll say 5-year contract. He wants 3 years. Interesting. Let's do 4. He's doing a Lionel Messi on me. He wants a release clause. I'm going to counter. Let's do 100. What will they say with my counter offer? No, they're going to stick to 46.6. I thought it would be different then because they were the ones who offered a release clause. So he wants an extra 30,000. Alright, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to do 225. Let's see if he's happy with that. No, he still wants a sign-on fee. Well, I say no. Let's try 250. No, still not accepting. Okay. He wants to play hardball. Oh, no. 250. What about... $275. Yep, he'll accept that. You see, they don't deny any wages. You pay them enough, they'll come on over. Now, Ander Herrera, we cannot sign on a pre-contract because he was bought by Milan. in the summer transfer window. So what we are going to do is remove him from the shortlist and continue down our list. So next up is Oscar from Barcelona. I'm going to actually go for it. Because he could be potentially someone who we can sell on for a big fee. 26 years old. He wants to be an important player to the team. I want him to be a sporadic player to the team. Will he be a rotation player? No, he wants to be important. So hopefully this will cripple Barcelona just a little bit. I mean, they've already lost one of their best players in Neymar, which we have, and we're about to steal their best player in Messi. So why not just steal Oscar, who I don't know how important he is to Barcelona, but we will offer him a 4-year contract because he's 26 to hit 30, and that's happy with that. I'm going to propose a release clause of 100 million. They want 63.7. I'll accept that. That's fine. Right. Remove. Do not insult my intelligence. Right. We'll apply that. He gets paid 195. Let's try 250. Will they settle for 250? Nope. It might have to be 275. Oh wow, 275. They're not going to accept. Now, do I really want to give someone like Oscar that amount of... I've got lots left, but then that's a space taken. Fuck it. 300,000. Let's go for 300,000. There we go. We got the Wonga. We've got the Wonga. Right. We can't sign Donnarumma because he is way too young. But the reason why I've got him on my shortlist is because I do want to keep tabs on him for Season 2. Since I want to know whether Milan are smart enough to give him a new contract or not. And if not, he will go straight to free agency, which we will then sign for him to join the rotation squad. Okay. So moving on, we've got a Stefan De Vrij right here, 25-year-old centre-back, who happens to be the next... there is a Bazagli. Oh, yeah, but he's 36. Adria is 36. Yeah, De Vrij is, I think, is the next one. Let's go for him. Approach the sign from Lazio. Right. Moving on. Sporadic. No, wants to be important. Rotation. No, he still wants to be important. Fine, jeez. Alright, 25 years old. I'm going to offer him a 5-year contract. He's happy with that. Actually, I do want a release clause, if you don't mind. 49.2. Alright. Okay, so his wages are not very high, which is quite cool. Let's try 85,000. Excellent. That was very easy. So that is De Vrij in my squad. Now, according to SoFifa.com, Antonio Valencia would have been the next name on the list, but he was signed by FC Bayern Munich. So we are going to take him off the list and wish him the absolute best. Moving down the list. There was Juan Fran, but I think he was purchased by one of our rival clubs. Is he in this list? Or did I get him? Yeah, I think I got rid of him. Yaya Toure is 34. He'll be 35 in Season 2, so I don't bother buying him. Casillas is too old. Goretzka is too young. Yes, so I guess it is Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey is next. He is the 3rd Arsenal player I'm going for. We're going to approach the sign. I just fucking can't wait to have all these. Just to see Arsenal crumble and fall. Alright. Ramsey, will you be a sporadic team player? No, he wants to be important, so he's going to give us grief. Yeah, there you go. He wants to be important. He wants to be so important to the team. Alright, so you are 27. I'm going to give you a 3-year contract. Happy with that? Cool. Let's propose a release clause of 100 million. 43.3. I'll accept that, no problem. Okay. What does he get now? 110. I'll give him an extra 50. So he gets 160 a week. Will he accept that? Yes, he will. Get in. Fucking get in. So maybe the limit is like 50. All we've got to do is do 50 more and they will accept. Interesting. Right. So after Ramsey, hang on a minute for a second. No, yeah, after Ramsey is... Well, we've got Reina and Cazorla who we were supposed to do before Ramsey, but oh well. Let's get Cazorla out of the way. I mean, why the hell not? Cazorla wants to be important. No, they're not budging. No one wants to be less than important. Fine, jeez. Alright, 33 2-year contract, please. They're happy with that. I do want a release clause. Thank you very much. 24.8. I think that's the lowest release clause we have. Okie dokie. So he gets 110. Shall we try 160? See if this £50,000 theory works. 160. No, it don't work. Okay. Let's try 175. Excellent. Welcome, Santi Cazorla, to PSG. So now we've got Reina, who's a 35-year-old goalkeeper. Now, guys, he's only 82 overall, so I am not going to sign him from Napoli to my squad. So let's remove him from the list. Okay, moving down. I'm looking at SoFifa.com at the same time, guys, so do forgive me. Benat should be coming. Where's Fernandinho then? Oh, there he is, down there. Well, in SoFifa, after Reina, there was Yaya Toure, but yet, like I said, his birthday, he would have been 35 in Season 2. Casillas is too old. We talked about Donnarumma. Goretzka is too young. We've got Ramsey. So there's Benat, a centre midfielder from Athletic Bilbao. Benat. Shall we attempt to sign him? So it's good what we can get out of these players. You know, whether they will be... Oh, fantastic. Let's counter. Let's try prospect. Alright, what's rotation? Let's try sporadic. No, he definitely wants rotation. And I've got a comment, so I've got to read that. Give me a sec. Buy Abdul Qadir. Why would I want to buy Abdul Qadir? Emre Ayukan. I do forgive me if I've pronounced your name wrong. But yeah, explain to me why I would want to buy that player. Alright, rotation, he said. Let's accept that. Okay, it wants 4 years. I'm going to ask for 5. Yep, he's happy with that. Let's propose a release clause. 100 million. They're saying 30.9. I'm going to accept that. Right. Low wages, bro. Remove the bonus. Edit. Right. He currently earns... Oh, we don't know how much he currently earns. Well, he wanted 51. So shall we try... Let's try 75. Yep, and it works. Fantastic. And we got a response from Emre. He is 18 years old, Cam, and has got good potential. There's so many players that are 18 years old that are central attacking midfielders and have good potential, but it does not mean I'm going to buy them. I've got a system, fella, and as much as I appreciate your advice, I'm not going to go for it because this is a PSG Career Mode, and I'm not really interested in Abdul Qadir. But I will note it, take your advice on board, and evaluate it later on. I'm not going to promise anything, but that is as much as I could say. Now, so we have to get rid of Yaya. Don't need him in the team anymore. Did I say we're not going to get Fernandinho? Fernandinho, I think we... Oh, we could do. We could do. So, I don't see why we can't sign him now. Looking at the list. There is a Naldo. There's Naldo, another Brazilian we could bring, but he's 34 years old from FC Schalke. So I'm just going to check when his birthday is. September the 10th. So we would only have him for a brief... I don't know, like... We'd only have him for a brief, like, a couple of months. And that's not really good enough for me. So I'm not going to bother with Naldo. There's Vela from Real Sociedad. Did I have him on my list? I think I got rid of him, yeah. I believe he was bought by another club. There's Consigli, 30-year-old goalkeeper from Sassuolo. So could go for that. Where's the Fernandinho? Oh, he's afterwards. All right, let's go for him. Okay, Consigli. 30-year-old goalkeeper. Let's skip all this. Rotation. Interesting. Would you be sporadic? No. Strict. He wants rotation. Fine by me. 3 years. I want 5. You're 30 years old. Oh, he wants 3. Alright, is he going to accept 4? Yeah, he'll accept 4. No release clause. I beg to differ. I do want a release clause. 23.2. Happy with that. No worries. Right, we don't know his wages, and he hasn't asked for a wage. So this is where we need SoFifa.com to evaluate how much he's getting paid. So I think he's currently getting paid 46,000 a week. So shall we be a bit cheeky and offer 50? Let's see what he says about that. Nope. Let's counter. Let's try 65. Nope, still not gonna. Maybe 75. And there you have it, 75,000. We have the likes of Consigli. Now there's João Matino. Now this guy is a 30-year-old centre midfielder from our rivals, AS Monaco. I really wanted to sign a good fair amount of players from our Liga 1 rivals in AS Monaco. But unfortunately, I only found that there's about, I think, 2 players. One of them being a bit too old. But Matino is now 31. So, yeah, let's bring him on board just to piss on AS Monaco's boots. Any excuse just to twist the knife a little bit. Right, we're getting for a rotation squad member, which is great. He wants 2 years. I'm going to ask for 4. He definitely wants 2 years, so let's try 3. Alright, he's going to budge for 3 years. I'm going to propose a release clause. 100 million, 28.9 they want. I'll accept that, no problem. Alright. Now, how much is AS Monaco offering you? 42. Alright, I'm going to go in and say... I'm going to say 75 straight away. There you go. Fantastic. And we've got João Moutinho, who can play centre midfield, CDM and CAM. So that's really great. The next on the list, oh, we've got another comment. Is it Emre again? Oh, it's Emre again. He's obsessed with Abdul Dakir, but if he mentions it again, I'm just not going to mention him at all. So fair warning, fella. Right, moving on. Are we on to Fernandinho? Yes, now we are. 32-year-old from Manchester City. Let's approach him. We're bringing in tons of players. And he's a Brazilian, another Brazilian. I'm loving it. Bringing in the Brazilian national team. Sporadic. No, rotation. I'm happy with that. Right. How long would you like to stay with PSG? I'm going to offer you 3 years. They're happy with that. I'm going to propose a release clause. 100 million as usual. 20.8. Alright. Fine by me. Wants 150 with a sign-in bonus. I don't want to give you a sign-in bonus, but I will give you 200,000 a week. There you go. Sorted. Absolutely sorted. Emre, I've got Ribéry already, mate. So don't sweat about that. I have him already. Moving on. Fernandinho is sorted. Now, on SoFifa.com, after Fernandinho for pre-contracts, there is a David Villa who plays for New York City, but he's 35 years old and only 82 overall, so we're not going to buy him. He always is one of those pre-contracted players you could buy. But then we have the 33-year-old Lichtsteiner from Juventus. Now, Juventus are always in the Champions Cup. Could be perhaps a tactical sign-in, maybe. I'm going to go for it because we're getting very close to some of the players that I do really want. Rotation. Let's counter sporadic. No, they want to be rotation. Fine. That's fine by me. 3 years. I'm going to ask for 2. Do want 2 years, mate. They're happy with that. Propose a release clause. 14.6. Cheapest. Alright, 105. Remove the bonus. Remove the additional fees. Alright, he's getting 90,000 a week. Will you settle for 125? No, they won't. I'm pretty sure he will settle for 150. Pretty sure. And there you have it. We have the likes of Lichtsteiner. Now, in the SoFifa list, we have Danny Garcia from SD Eibar, who's a central defensive midfield, 27 years old, valued at 15 million. So it could be a decent buy, but after that, there is a Ross Barkley from Everton. But here we've got Jack Wilshere, who's about 2 offers away from Ross Barkley. Now, Ross Barkley, in my opinion, would be a fantastic member of the team. So what I'm going to do is bring Wilshere in first, and then we're going to pursue Ross Barkley, because I just want to cripple Arsenal so bad. Mertesacker is amongst these pre-contracted players, so I think I might go in for him as well. But I actually can see myself giving Jack Wilshere a spot in the team, especially seeing he's English, I'm English. So I'm going to accept that. He's a rotation squad player, which is even better. 26 years old. I'm going to offer him a 4-year contract. He's happy with that. I will put in a release clause, even though I want him to be in my team. 44.7. Fine with that. Thing is, though, some of these players do really well, then there are going to be teams out there who could potentially pay the release clause in order to bring that player in. Alright, Jack. Give me your best shot. Gets 110. I'm going to offer him 150. No, he wants that bonus. So let's try 175. And there you have it. Jack Wilshere belongs to PSG. So I've done everybody in my shortlist, guys. So now what we're going to do is just search some players and definitely bring in the likes of Ross Barkley from Everton. What a signing that would be. His value is at 21.1. They pay him about 92,000 a week, roughly, but he can play 4 different positions, and he's 23 years old, so just the correct age to bring in a pre-contracted player. Right, Bark. You're barking mad. Oh, so now he's 24, so he's had his birthday. Cannot approach when squad is full. No! Shit! So that is it, guys. That is it. That is all of the players that I could bring into the squad. So I couldn't bring in Mertesacker, which is such a shame. But Ross Barkley would have been fucking brilliant. Oh, I'm gutted about that. I would have loved for Ross Barkley to be on the squad. I mean, the fact that he's English just makes it that much better. But we had loads of players down here. I had Schweinsteiger, the former Manchester United player down here. We had, who else was a good one in my opinion? You know, Hradecki from Eintracht Frankfurt. Gabby from Atletico Madrid. He's kind of old though. Who was another one? Got quite a few, loads of old players. But if I went down to the 80 overall players, I mean, Fernando Torres is again up for grabs in the pre-contracts. But 80 overall players, we have a Razabalaga, who is a 22-year-old player who plays for Athletic Bilbao. You can potentially go up to 87. But when's his birthday? October. So, yeah, he would have been old enough. We could have brought him in and made a lot of money off of him. Ozia Cup. Blind from Manchester United. Daniel Carrico from Sevilla SC. Loads and loads of players. Lamella would have been a great one from Tottenham. None that are particularly special. Cardinelli from OGC Nice. Mayer from FC Schalke. Oh, mate. Could have fucking got him. Luke Shaw, though, is too young. Bernard from Shakhtar Donetsk. Gulam from Napoli. Canales from Real Sociedad. I mean, a lot of good players, guys. And I mean, a lot. Who else we've got? Fellaini. Obviously, in FIFA, he's a bit of an average player. None that are really eye-catching. None that are really eye-catching or sort of unknown. Cosiello is too young. Paul Lopez, he might have been old enough. I'm not going to check though. Kappa, Zapata, Laxalt, Fortaunis, Abu Bakr. I'm probably butchering most of these names. But yeah, I'm trying to look for the ones with high potentials at this point. There's a Pedro Henrique, another Brazilian. Younes Capino. Hinterega, Recchio, Rays, loads and loads and loads, guys. But that's absolutely fine at this point. I think I've signed more than enough players to make a profit. So I'm going to keep tabs on Ross Barkley and Mertesacker. If I'm going to sign anyone, it's these two guys. If I free up some positions, like trying to sell some of my players who are on, trying to sell those who are on my transfer list. So it's just a matter of waiting now. But I've done all that I can. And in case you guys have forgotten, these are the players who I'm trying to loan out or sell. So it's just the contract offers are just breaking down, you know. And Motts is content, so it shouldn't be too long before he goes to another club. And at this point, I will accept any offers from any clubs just to get rid of these guys. Any offer I'll accept, even if it's under their value. I really don't mind. So got to keep an eye out on those. And that is it. So far, that is it. And we've still got plenty of fucking money, guys. Right, do we keep tabs on the transfers? Yes or no? These are all the ones I've signed. Look at the list. It's so friggin' long. That's fucking hilarious. 30. Wow. Oh yes, you can make transfers for players outside of the window. So let's see if there's any major transfers. Barcelona bought Clunter from Cologne on the 28th of December, so he would be a part of the Barcelona squad in this window. See, the only transfers I wanted to make was pre-contracted players, but people are actually being bought. No one really recognisable. Mönchengladbach on the 21st of November spent 24.3 million on a Collegion from Napoli. He's a 30-year-old right winger, so that was a bit of a pricey one. I'm trying to keep my eye on players as well as the details. If the price is quite high, I tend to look. Oh, look at that! Everton bought Monreal from Arsenal for £11.3 million. That's freaking hilarious, and it's good that this history is here. Ponte Preta has asked for a loan spell from Arsenal. Alex Iwobi, his girlfriend, is so fucking hot. I can't express just how hot she really is. She's, oh fucking hell, she's fucking beautiful. Love to smash her. Right, moving on. I can't get her out of my head now. And that's as far as it can go. So all the way to the 16th of September, which is pretty far, you know, but not as many signings as I thought that would happen. I guess everyone just splashed their money at a bit of a later date. But I don't think I'm going to go day by day, guys, like I normally do for like I normally do for the summer. As for the transfer history, every time we stop, I will check the transfer history. I promise, I promise, I promise. But we are going to keep streaming. We still got a little bit of time. I'm going to stream to about 5, I think. Okay, so let's just move on. Let's see what happens. It's going to be extremely slow now. Ooh, this ain't good. Okay, here we go. Next. Here we go. Loan offer for Giovanni Lo Celso. This is just a loan offer, though. Renes would like Giovanni Lo Celso. We could loan him to Renes for the rest of the season, but that would mean risking the rotation squad in place in Zhang, but at least he will get his game times. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, guys. So I am going to reject. Yeah, I'm going to reject because I don't want Lo Celso to go at the moment. You know, he's doing really well in the rotation squad, so I want to keep things as they are. And as promised, we did stop, so I'm going to have a look at the transfer history. Okay. Nothing happened besides the 25-year-old right midfielder Faye transferring from Boa Vista to Sogndal Football for £760,000. Right, moving on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I thought it was... Sorry, guys. That's my fault. Oh, sweet. Saudi Arabia. I am sorry, but I do not want to manage your national team. So we stopped. Looks like we're going to transfers. Okay. Well, I think we're going to see a lot of free transfers happening. A lot. Core blimey. Here we go. Oh, we've got to simulate. I mean, we've got to stop. Because we can now train Zhang. What are you doing? I asked you to stop. We've got to keep an eye on that, guys. Got to keep an eye on that. Zhang needs to train. Ah, bastards. We'll do this for the whole January. See how he's doing. He's on 63 overall, which is quite nice. But we do have an email. We got a transfer offer for Antoine Benedet. Hopefully, he leaves. Hopefully, I'm going to accept the 360,000, even though his value is 425. I don't care at this point. I just want him gone. I want him gone. It's whether the players accept the contracts or not. Stop, 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 stop. Thank you. Press conference. We'll check that out in a minute. But we've got a transfer offer for Marquinhos. Liverpool want him for £45,800,000. We had this issue in the summer. Alright, he was demanded by two other clubs in FC Bayern and I think it was Southampton. I asked FC Bayern for 80 million. They said no. I asked Southampton for 60 million. They said no. Now, Liverpool will have a lot more money than Southampton, in my opinion, but less money than FC Bayern. My assistant says he's worth between 46.9 and 68.7. So I'm going to ask Liverpool for 70 million. Okay? We'll negotiate with Liverpool. 70 fucking smackers. I want a new transfer fee. Alright. And I want 25%. Right. We want to sign Marquinhos, but 56.3 is our best offer. We want to finalise the deal, but we cannot agree to a sell-on clause for Marquinhos. Well. Well. 56.3. How about I counter and I ask for 65 million. So you can't put in the sell-on clause because they're not going to do that at all. 58.5. Looks like we're getting close, guys. Looks like we are getting extremely close. Now, I could go in and say, right, 60 million. Which is what I asked Stoke to pay. Do I do it? I am making a profit. I think we're going to go and do it, guys. Propose a new transfer fee, because this means we could bring in a world-class centre-back. Nothing less than 60 million. He's accepted it, guys. It looks like Marquinhos could potentially be leaving PSG. Leaving the three musketeers in the back. But that's okay. I am getting, what? 29 million more than his value. I'm making a profit. He is very happy at the club. So I personally feel like he's going to let Liverpool down. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I've got no choice but to... I will add the 3 top defenders that I could bring to the club. I will add them, right? But I can't make any offers because I've got no more room in the squad. So let's just search the players and go on SoFifa.com. Alright. Now, what have we got? Let's have a look here. Everything's fine. Let's change the contract. What was it? Valid until, let's put it all the way up. Let's go search. Brings me up everybody. And let's scroll down the list. We're going down by default. So we start on Ronaldo, but we're looking for the first centre-back, which I think is Sergio Ramos. And it certainly is. The 31-year-old Sergio Ramos, is he 32 now? No, he's not 32 yet. So he might still be 90 overall, but I think he won't be. He plays no other positions. He's Spanish. Plays for Real Madrid. And is 6 foot. Could be a decent signing. We could get him while he's still got a bit left in him. But I think he's also a leader of men. It's one of his traits. Yeah, he's got leadership. Now, we don't need another leader. So there could be like some power struggles between Thiago Silva. But he does also have power header, dives into tackles. He's an aerial threat. He's got tackling. He's a tactician. So a really good player to have on the squad. Do I want him? Maybe. Shall we add him? Sure. Let's add him. And there he is. Sergio Ramos. We will shortlist him, but of course we can't make any offers because the squad is too full. Candidate number 2. We have to scroll down the list a bit now because we've reached the bottom. It would have been Schlini, but we've already signed him for season 2. So we're going to move on. And there's Bonucci. Milan's 30-year-old centre-back. 6'3". He's Italian. So Verratti could have some company on the Italian side of things. 88 overall, though. There is a lot of old centre-backs that I would be going for. Because I know Boateng got purchased in the summer, so we wouldn't be able to aim for him. he's gone to the Premier League. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Bonucci. I don't know whether it will be a good idea. I mean, I said to you guys that I wanted Varane more than anybody. But it couldn't hurt just looking. I do like bringing in the best players. And by default, Bonucci is one of them. But in the long run, might not be the best fit. He recently arrived from Juventus. Right, so that's where I recognise him. See, I'll add him for now, but I don't think Bonucci deal is going to happen, guys. I'm just not feeling it, you know. Let's find out where Boateng has gone, because he would have been pretty good to have on the squad. $29 old now. He recently arrived from Bayern. He's gone to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola would sign him, in my opinion. He certainly would sign him. I'll shortlist him regardless. I did say top 3, but I'm going to move on because I want to mention some of the other candidates. You know, you've got Godin, Hummels, right? All pretty good players. And those are the 5 defenders who are better than Silva by default. But I won't add Godin or Hummels because they ain't got really a lot to give. They're all older players. Their potential won't go any higher. I think that's why I'm not really feeling them. I think I would rather bring in someone like Marcelo, who, though is a left back, he's Brazilian. He could be Marquinhos' replacement for the Brazilian Three Musketeers. So I think it's Ramos, Marcelo as my top 2 candidates. David Alaba would be incredible to have on the team. I think he might have to be the 3rd, but I really wanted Varane. But since I'm going to be doing a patriotic career mode in the future, I'm going to make them 3 my top ones. So let's put Marcelo in there. He's only got a few more seasons left, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll shortlist him. He has that special something. And Alaba has to go in there as well. I always sign Alaba in my PSG career modes. Alaba. And he's 25 years old, so that's even more perfect. But he could be really pricey because he's young. So I think we'll go for Ramos first. As for the other 2 who I Bonucci and Boateng, I might take them off the list. I don't think I need them on there anymore. So let's put the overall there. Bonucci, let's remove him as well. So there you have it. Ramos, Marcelo and Alaba. Those are my top 3 targets. Alright, we can delete that. What's this press conference about then? It's coming up to a Liga 1 game with Nantes. Nantes, where do they stand in the table? Nantes are 9th. So I think I'm going to have my crucial team face them in this game. But we need to find out what happens after the game. So we've got a Coupe Nationale. So we're not actually going to have... I don't want the crucial team to face Nantes. I'm going to have the rotation team take on Nantes. So my crucial team could be ready for the Coupe Nationale. And then they can recover for the Lyonnais game. That's what's going down. That is exactly what's going down. So what I'm going to do... Hello? Why have I got 2 press conferences? What I'm going to do is talk about the reverse fixture. Oh. Let's cancel that. Can we talk about a player? Let's talk about the Marquinhos deal. Let's motivate him to make the right decision. To either go to the Premier League with Liverpool or stay at PSG. Either way, I don't mind. I really don't mind what happens at this point. But for now, let's get crack-a-lacking. I should have checked the transfer history. We'll do that in the next one. Probably loads of them, but who cares? Right, Nantes are ever so close now. It's a lot faster doing it this way, guys, I must admit. Right, so when we stop, that's when we get... Oh, for fuck's sake. See? See what I mean? God, this is just ridiculous, man. Right, before we begin this game, we're going to have a look at the history. Right, more free transfers. You can see some of my Liga 1 rivals. I call them rivals, but they're more than just opponents. Angers and FC Metz, all free transfers. So we probably will get to see David Simon or Simone, 28-year-old right back in the game coming up, since they've spent £4.4 million for him. See whether he'll do Nantes proud. Oh my fucking lord, guys. Look at this. Arsenal have splashed the cash. How controversial is this? They have splashed the cash of £72,700,000 on Liverpool's 25-year-old left winger. How controversial is that? Holy shit. That is a stab in the back. And look at this. Juventus have spent £23.8 million for Liverpool's Nathaniel Klein. No fucking wonder they could afford Marquinhos. I should have asked for a bit more money. Jeez, they are dropping players like flies. Oh, how crazy is that? Oh my fucking god. Look at what Manchester United have spent. £91,100,000 on Marco Asensio from Real Madrid. 21-year-old central attacking midfielder. It's not like they fucking need it. Like, holy shit. I'm definitely going in for Paul Pogba in Season 2. Him and Cristiano Ronaldo are fucking coming in. I am telling you. I'm going to get another financial takeover and just bring in those two as my first two targets for the team. But fucking hell, that is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shit is kicking off in this transfer window. And that is as far as we can go. So I think we might have missed out in a couple of signings. But it's nothing to really worry about. Checking out our rotation squad. Got Ribery in the left wing, Mbappe as my striker, and Mbola as our right winger. Now, normally we have Pulisic as my right midfielder, but he's injured at the moment. So whether De Bruyne stays there or not, I don't know just yet. I mean, Nkunku is supposed to be here. He's supposed to be in the team. Oh, we need another right midfielder so bad. Right. I really want Nkunku to be part of the rotation squad. But he's on the bench, which is good. but I would really much rather have someone who naturally plays as a right midfielder, and I don't want to bring in any more players. I mean, we couldn't if we wanted to, because there's just not enough room in the squad. I mean, Barco and Nkunku should be in the team, but because Zhang needs to play games, I might have to bring him out, actually. Or change the rotation. I mean, I don't know. I really, really don't know. It has to be a back three. Like, we don't have enough defenders. Zhang is a midfielder. Nkunku can play centre midfield as well. Barco. Maybe if we had a 5 in the middle, perhaps. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. We've got a couple of players that are just low in what do you call it? Form right now. I mean, Areola, his form's terrible. So Hernandez is the same. Zhang is almost terrible. Oh, we just need a bit of a boost in confidence, really. I just don't want De Bruyne playing in this game. I mean, even Ribery. Like, let's check out some of the formations. Right, so we can have a CDM or a cam, but we don't have a CDM or a cam. I mean, that doesn't help the situation, so let's move on. A left forward, a right forward, and a striker. Still doesn't help. Really still doesn't help. Defensive midfielders, again, don't help. We kind of need a position, a formation where there's not a right midfielder. Don't know if you can. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Unless I make up my own. Make up my own formation where there is no right midfielder, you know, just literally pack them in. Look at that formation, holy shit. I don't know what to do, guys, at this point, besides not allow Nkunku or Barco to play. For now, I'm going to have to force De Bruyne to play. And maybe take Verratti off of the team. Off the bench, sorry. Put Barco in there. I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Let's see how that works. And I hope it goes according to plan. Alright, away game against FC Nantes, guys. Their recent results show win, draw, lose. Hopefully, the form of some of our players can go back up. Thomason gets a yellow card in the 3rd minute of the game. Yuri scores a goal in the 25th minute, but David Simone, their newly signed player, gets a yellow card as well. Mbappe is injured. Hopefully it's not serious. He hasn't been subbed off yet. Are we going to get the victory? Can we stay in the lead? We certainly do with the 3 points. We just managed to scrape a win. Well done, PSG. I mean, Mbappe, let's hope he's not seriously injured. Okay. Wow, and there you have it, guys. Marquinhos has gone to Liverpool for £60 million. We have been allocated 56 million, and you guys know what that means. It's time to bring in another world-class defender. Transfer offer for Areola. Ooh, interesting. But Mbappe's got a broken tibia. He's out for 4 months. Fuck, we've got a lot to do, guys. Shit. Right, so with Mbappe out for 4 months, it looks like he could be out for the rest of the season. So we need to bring in another striker to replace him, and potentially bring in another goalkeeper as well, like someone who could perhaps be in part of the rotation squad. So let's get this deal down with the Areola. 12 million. He's valued at 13, so I would like a little bit more. And Manchester United are the ones who want to buy him, but we have rejected 16.7 from Wolfsburg. So I am going. My assistant says he's worth between 9.7 and 14.3. So I'm going to go to Man United, negotiate, and ask for 15 million plus 25% from his release of the sell-on clause. So let's try 25. They could walk out immediately. Nope. Jose Maria is not having it. He wants 12 million with a 5% sell-on clause. Okay, let's counter. Let's do edit the sell-on clause and make it 10, 14, 9%, 12. I will do 9%, 13.5. So we'll make a little bit of a profit. Here we go. We don't want this negotiation to fall through, so we could potentially lose Areola as well, guys. I'm always happy to negotiate if I can make a profit. I mean, Areola, like I said before, he hasn't got a very high potential anymore. So even though he's French, which is always quite nice to have in a French team, that could potentially go through. I don't know whether he is going to go to Manchester United or not. I mean, they have brought in previous goalkeepers after David De Gea, but you're just not going to replace him. It's as simple as that. Now, now that Areola is currently negotiating with Manchester United and Mbappe's injured, we have got an available slot. All right, let's let Zhang train. Hopefully the form has gone up from that previous victory. Let's put the squad onto crucial. Actually need to have a look at the squad really, because replacing Marquinhos is Kimpembe, and that's just not good enough. Yuri can't. You know, I think it's fact that we just need to bring in a world-class centre-back. Do we have any currently out on loan at the moment? Well, if we do, it's not telling us in the squad hub, so let's try the transfer hub. Sent offers, received offers, transfer listed. I think, yeah, we legit don't have a world-class centre-back. So now that we've got an available spot, let's offer Real Madrid. The player is not for sale as the team doesn't have enough depth in this position. So we can't sign Sergio Ramos in the squad. Can we do the same for Marcelo? Yes, we can. Okay, Marcelo. How much do they want? 33.5. Oh, right, okay, that's his current value. Do we have any players that we can swap? None centre-backs. We've got Georgian. I could add him in. Deschamps. I really want to just get rid of some of these players that I've got. Wingers. Right, let's try the fullbacks. I'm gonna add Georgian into it. See what they say. Listen, we can consider swapping Marcelo, but we're looking to bring in a centre back. I ain't got no centre backs for you, bro. Unless you want Kimpembe, which I'm not really prepared to let go, because then I have to bring in another centre back to have him like replaced in the rotation squad. I'm sure Kimpembe would be really happy to go to Real Madrid. Do I though? Do I go for it? Oh, this is difficult. I am struggling, guys. Nah, I'm not going to do it. That's just too much pressure on me. I won't offer another player. I'm just going to offer a transfer fee. He's valued at 33.5. So, I'm going to see if they'll accept 30 million for him. They want 56.2. They're adding a 5% sell-on clause as well. What a bunch of wankers. If I was to counter that. What about 10%? At 35 million. No, not budging. 10% 35 million, they are not budging whatsoever. Alright, fine, I'll keep the 5%. Go up in fives. 40 million. Alright, they're going to take some time to think about it. This is not a no. Alright, this is not a no. 40 million and 5% sell-on clause. Not too bad. Alright, David Alaba, can we approach the buy? This would be a spectacular signing. Spectacular. I mean, he's valued at 43, so this could be a pricey one, guys. Let's add in Georgian again. Can't do any other players, so we're just gonna have to offer a fee. How does 40 sound to you guys? Oh, wow. Look at that. He's just stormed out, so there's no Alaba, guys. Fuck. No Alaba. So, we best hope that the Marcelo deal gets accepted. Holy shit. Now, the question is, do we wait? Or do we pursue other centre-backs. I mean, Varane, he's part of Real Madrid, and he's a centre-back, so is it going to say, sorry, you can't sign this player? But, oh, that's a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Who is potentially the best, like, centre-backs? You know what, actually? I need to just write it in. I don't have a lot of time, guys. I really don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to have to put in centre-back of SoFifa.com. Search. Do we go for Bonucci, Goodin, Hummels? There could be cheaper options compared to the likes of, you know, fucking Alaba and Marcelo, or they could be more expensive. What about potentially? I'd love to have Varane. I'm going to see if I can get him. That'd be quality if I could. I don't think I can, though. Cannot approach when squad is full. Fuck off. We can't. Piss me off. The club isn't willing to sell this player, but you can pay his release clause of £91.1 million to start negotiating with the player directly. Fuck! 91.1. Alright, cancel that for now. Shit, he does have a release clause. Fucking hell. 91.1. Oh, that would be such a huge fee to pay. Is he worth it, though? Bloody hell. We're not signing any more pre-contracts, so we do have the money. Like, we can't... Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh! Do I leave it on a cliffhanger? Oh, my God. Oh, mate. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. Oh, you wankers, man. You fucking wankers. What else would we need the money for? Oh, it's difficult, guys. I can't... Oh my God, I just want to do it so badly. Think. Do I risk it for a biscuit? Oh my God, I've done it. I've so fucking done it. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, to finish off this stream, this episode, this huge fucking episode, we have signed, I repeat, we have signed fucking sent offers. Sorry. Received offers. Oh, there he is. Fucking hell, I got confused there. But yeah, we have signed Raphael Varane, the 24-year-old centre-back who used to play for Real Madrid. He's 86 overall and has the potential to climb all the way up to, let me repeat, 92 potential. He is arguably one of the best centre-backs to have in a game. He's French. And he's very happy to come to PSG. I mean, we're paying him £250,000 a week. He's got 5 years, and he's an important team player. What have I done with spending out his release clause of £91.1 million? Like, he best make a huge impact into the squad. He's going to be debuting in the Coupe Nationale when he plays alongside Thiago Silva as well as Dani Alves. Now, him, Thiago and Alves all got 3-star weak foot, so I think it's best for Varane to just be on the left-hand side. What a fucking signing though, guys, man. Like, we don't have the Brazilian back three anymore, but that's absolutely fine. I mean, Draxler is still a bit banged up. De Bruyne is not 100% fit. But we have our team at the ready for what could potentially be a very exciting future for PSG. Like, I cannot express to you just how bloody excited I am. And Christ almighty, it is certainly exciting. Like, we've got no Mbappe, so we've still yet to bring in another striker. And looking at my team, none of my reserves are strikers. So, you know how the loan system works in this game. It's pretty much impossible to loan a player to your club unless he's part of a loan list. So, Mbolo is not strong enough to be the first for... I mean, Mbolo could be my striker for the rotation squad. And I could bring in another winger, maybe. And Nkunku play left. Ribery. He's not a all-rounded midfielder, so... It is a bit difficult what we could potentially do. I'm not sure. Guys. I mean, we could have just one on the top, one or two on the top. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Maybe have Varane play for the crucial team as well as the rotation squad and change up the formation. And I don't know. All I know is this has been working. This formation, these tactics, these instructions, they've been working. We're at the top of the Liga table. Hopefully, it will work for the next game. Hopefully. But the crucial team are sorted. I'm not going to sort out the rotation team until they play. Varane gets his debut in the Coupe Nationale, guys. We have still yet to look for a replacement for Mbappe in the rotation squad. So, guys, I'm going to end it there. I have been your boy MillzySawUs, your #1 fella for lazy gaming. I got to go see my family. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.